What has been going on lately in California, Los Angeles, the Palisades, and different parts of LA, California, has been one of the most devastating wildfires in a long time now. Many people are saying a judgment upon all the evils and them worshipping, doing satanic things, all type of things have been said. People, what is your feedback? What do you think is going on? Because a couple days, well, a day before the fire start, them say these people were playing with the Almighty Jah, pretty much being disrespectful to the Most High God, and a tease, a talk, all type of, demonic thing, craziness.
Cast and crew are leading the way with 11 mentions. Moms are holding strong with 3 shout-outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions. And Mario Lopez, host of Access Hollywood, 1. All right. No surprise in this godless town.
This morning's sunrise in Los Angeles, that's the Los Angeles skyline.
That's crazy.
That's apocalyptic, bro.
You better take pictures of the house right now.
Well, well, well. What a strange coincidence. Maybe this is just a small bit for God to let us know that He exists and He hears us and God will not be mocked. Could this be a small sign from Him?
Well, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be, Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
One day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a thing we can do about it. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it.
Celebrities who lost their homes in the Los Angeles wildfires. Yeah, people said, no problem, they're good, they got insurance. So people don't want to talk about it. You see how people selfish are mean in the world? They don't give a damn. So it shows you even one side or the other, nobody really give a damn. Because some people say, the whole of them sell them soul, them sell out. But this is a deeper reasoning. We are sure you say, yeah, even though enough of them are sell out, of course. Enough of them bow down to Satan, of course. I'm pretty sure enough of them are big pedophile and chichi man. However, it shows you the state of human consciousness. Because fire burn long time. And warnings have been given out, human beings. Yeah, them have insurance. So what though? The fire can burn again. It can start again. Could this be judgment? Or man just tell things to them friend to feel good about what their words sound like to themselves? You see me? Looking at things, looking at these people. Look how much people lost them, 8.5 million. Yeah, they're going to rebuild. All of this money is going to take to rebuild. Where that money coming from? Kiss your reparations goodbye, people. Whatever reparations I look for, they're going to spend for build back this, don't it? So no matter how you take it, some people are going to see this as a judgment on a godless place. People will actually, choose for do everything will go against nature and humanity. That's what's being pushed from this place. Don't know of all the good people. I'm pretty sure there are some good, wholesome people right in the vicinity of this place, same way. However, we know that when a place becomes utterly evil, if 1 or 2 or 3 good is there, there's a chance they can fall with those people. Yeah, man, I'm very interested to know what are the people's thoughts on these things right here happening in Los Angeles right now. Please tell me what you think, people. You think a judgment right now, a Jahan, the Most High creator, a bonfire upon Babylon and them system, or I just, somebody set a little fire and it spread like, it's crazy and it just get out of hand. It's a normal situation. What is it, people? Tell me what you think. I want to know. because we're going to continue to look on how devastating this is. Why some people think it's a joke still, you know, so I'm going to show you that.
Those huge wildfires, they are still burning in Southern California, still. And they're threatening to spread in Los Angeles County. We're seeing yet more images of heartbreaking destruction, and heartbreaking is a word here. Look at these pictures. We have now learned at least 24 people have died. They expect that number will go higher because several are still missing at this hour. Since it began, the fires have burned around 40,000 acres, scorching an area larger than the entire city of San Francisco. Take that in for a second. More evacuation alerts have now been issued for neighborhoods that had been spared until now.
So many people in a state of shock as they return back to scenes like this. The good news, the wind has calmed down over the weekend, giving fire crews a bit of the upper hand. But unfortunately, the National Weather Service once again issuing its most dire wind event warning with nearly identical conditions to what unfolded last week, creating all of this destruction. To put that in perspective, this is the equivalent of this area being hit by back-to-back hurricanes.
Crews are waging an all-out battle against the fires, attacking from both the ground and the sky for nearly a week. There are now about 5,000 fire personnel assigned to the Palisades Fire alone.
Little fire tornado.
And with wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour expected this week, LA remains on high alert.
But with this next wind event, got to stay informed. Follow all evacuation warnings and orders. And the key here is without delay.
Authorities warn that the entire region is at risk. Millions have their bags packed as their fellow Angelenos cope with what's already been lost.
Hey, Jeff.
What?
There's the TV.
Devastating. It's devastating and numbing. I didn't grab anything because I didn't expect it to be this bad.
Firefighters have been pre-treating perimeters with retardant to buy critical time for when high winds ground aerial teams. Firefighters from around the U.S. as well as Mexico and Canada are on the ground. And on Sunday, Governor Gavin Newsom announced an additional 1,000 National Guard troops to the 1,500 already deployed.
Good morning, everyone.
Mayor Karen Bass, who's facing scrutiny over the firefighting budget and traveling last week overseas amid the fire warnings, brushed off the criticism.
Oh, we need to continue to act in a unified manner. Those people that are affected by the fires, we give all of our possible support to.
Bass confirmed President-elect Trump has been invited and said she doesn't expect any animosity, despite his attacking Bass and Newsom online. An estimated 75% of the Pacific Palisades is now completely gone. Many are searching for answers while reality sinks in.
And the threat continues tomorrow morning. Wind gusts exceeding 70 miles per hour. Officials saying they're going to preemptively cut power in some neighborhoods to prevent sparks from starting from down power lines. And in fact, there is an investigation into whether a power conductor sparked at least one of these fires.
How the fuck does that even happen? Bro.
Yeah, just a fire upon a palm tree too, you know?
Multiple helicopters working on the area. You could see there a water drop on this particular home. There's another water drop coming now. This appears to be one of the Firehawk helicopters, and they are going to make a targeted and precise water drop.
And we are keeping our fingers on the pulse of the fires that continue to rage in California. Just completely tragic scenes like this becoming commonplace across Southern California. Dozens of residents watching their homes and property go up in smoke. In fact, it's in the thousands. Let's get you up to speed on what's happened over the weekend. If you did take a break from coverage, we were tracking 5 major fires on Friday. Now we're tracking 3, but we do have additional Santa Ana winds that will pick up dramatically tonight. So that's a problem. We have to get through today, tomorrow, and Wednesday before onshore winds return, which is a critical shift in this for Southern California. Notice that the containment level is very small for the Palisades and the Eaton fires. Those are massive wildfires. Both are well over 10,000 acres. The Palisades fire is over 20,000 acres. So to have such low containment, especially going into another wind event, is a huge concern. We do have fire weather warnings in place. In fact, we have a particularly dangerous situation highlighted for parts of Los Angeles and Ventura counties. We've only had 4 of those, and the 3 previous ones that have happened in the past 6 months did result in fires. That's how we got the Mountain Fire, the Franklin Fire, and then, of course, the current situation that we're in. So these areas that are highlighted for a particularly dangerous situation, we're talking about not only new areas that currently are untouched, but right here from Thousand Oaks to, the western fringe of Los Angeles, that's the Palisades Fire right there. And you have a particularly dangerous situation highlighted right within the fire itself. So these are aggressive fire weather warnings. We've had them, and unfortunately, the times that we have had them, it's resulted in more fires. So it is unfortunately assumed that we will probably have additional fires today. Tomorrow, we also have a risk. Again, Thursday is the day that we are waiting for when onshore winds will return.
The message, people, you can't put your trust in our vanity. You can lose it at any time. That is just life.
The round-the-clock battle continues against numerous wildfires.
The official death toll has risen to 16. At least 13 others are missing, and there's a warning. Conditions are set to worsen over the next 72 hours as a desperate firefight ramps up again tonight. Ashley Mullaney begins our coverage.
That is hundreds of feet.
A dangerous new threat in the Los Angeles inferno, firenadoes.
A lot of fire being drawn straight up into the air.
4 wildfires turning to disaster with 10,000 hectares of land scorched so far, and it could get worse.
Over the next few days and into the next week, we will be facing another critical weather event.
Fire has now moved into populated communities again.
The bombardment has been continuing around the clock for days.
And they have multiple helicopters working on the area. You could see there a water drop on this particular home.
Pilots showing remarkable accuracy.
They are going to make a targeted and precise water drop right on that balcony.
But it's not just the bush. It's over tightly packed streets too. 56,000 litres of retardant, 250,000 litres of water dumped in just one day, but not enough for the house once owned by George Lazenby.
This massive operation to feed and help those in desperate need started small.
We started with 2 hot dog cars, and now we're here.
When the fires hit, street food vendor Jimmy Medina and his son did what they could. They handed out hot dogs. But then he put out a call on social media for more food and more help.
It's not only us now, it's multiple. A lot of people are helping us out.
That call out led to this turnout on Thursday night, with people dropping all kinds of donations for anyone in need. And this was the turnout today. His and other street vendors' operations taking over the Santa Anita racetrack parking lot. Street food chefs from all across Los Angeles joining in.
We've been working for more than 12, 15 hours a day. We just came to try to do the right thing. We didn't expect to inspire so many other people.
Comfort food, giving people who lost so much the fuel to simply keep going.
This means the world to us. We care about this community, you know? It's the most important thing, coming together and helping everybody.
Across the disaster zones, restaurants feeding and cheering first responders as well. Chef Jose Andres making sure firefighters here don't go hungry.
We are obviously in the different fires trying to provide food to the firefighters, making sure we have food almost 24 hours a day.
Simple dishes with so much heart, a recipe for helping this community heal.
What would happen if wildfires in California could not be contained? If wildfires in California continue unchecked, the consequences would be devastating. First, up to 5,000 to 10,000 homes could be destroyed, with total damages ranging from $5 billion to $20 billion US dollars. Many luxury homes in areas like Malibu, Santa Rosa, and Paradise, popular with celebrities, could suffer damage between $500 million to $1 billion US dollars. The fire could spread to neighboring states, including Nevada, Oregon, and Arizona, affecting 200,000 hectares of forest. This would release around 50 million tons of CO2 into the atmosphere, exacerbating climate change. An estimated 300,000 people could be forced to evacuate their homes, overwhelming local resources and emergency services. The cost of firefighting efforts and recovery could reach $15 billion US dollars, straining California's economy further. With businesses and infrastructures also affected, the total damage could exceed $50 billion US dollars, and it could rise even higher if the fires persist, leading to long-term environmental and economic consequences for the region.
Your home did survive. How did you manage to do that?
It's raining here. Not from the clouds, from the roof and eaves.
It looks kind of like a car wash.
To explain this man-made rain shower, let's rewind to 2020. The wildfire raged here, but spared the Mitchells' home.
The house made it, but with significant damage.
Today, it's fully restored, plus one innovative addition.
Those are the pipes to the roof. Those are the pipes to the roof.
That's a sprinkler system, attached to the roof and under the eaves, to fight fires.
You know, anything we can do to defend the house is worth doing.
This misting apparatus is the brainchild of a company called Frontline Wildfire Defense. Frontline CEO Harry Statter says this proprietary system monitors for wildfires and embers.
Our software will detect a fire.
An app warns you. Then, unless you decline, remotely triggers the sprinklers.
All the combustibles on and around the home are going to be saturated. Right, and they're going to be wetted down to create an environment that's simply too wet to burn.
Wow, that might be the smartest thing one of them California people has ever done. Now, some people have said P. Diddy house burned down too. So P. Diddy celebrate right now because the evidence burned up in the fire. How what is now? So is there a chance now Diddy might be free because the evidence burned up?
Now this isn't just anybody's house that's burnt down in the LA fires. This is P. Diddy's house that's burnt. Oh, and there was supposed to be an investigation in 2 days' time. Apparently there's like little secret tunnels underneath his house and all evidence against any elites that were there. You're telling me that that was a coincidence?
Nearly 1,000 prisoners have now joined the front lines to battle the LA wildfires. But were they forced to do this? No. All prisoners have to volunteer to be a part of the Conservation Fire Camp program, and only those who are physically able and have a sentence of 8 years or less are considered. Certain convictions, such as sex offences, disqualify you from participation. The imprisoned firefighters stay at minimum security facilities where they serve their time and receive training. And in the field, they can be spotted in prison orange jumpsuits. While citizen firefighters can earn more than $100,000 a year, the prisoners only make between $5.80 and $10.24 a day. But some of the perks include better food than regular prisons, earning time credits to reduce sentences, and the opportunity to get a job at CAL FIRE after release.
This is an order. This is immediately in effect from Sunset Boulevard north to Encino Reservoir, from the 405 freeway west to Mandeville Canyon. This area was in an evacuation warning. It has now shifted to an immediate evacuation order. So again, I'll repeat that. From Sunset Boulevard north to Encino Reservoir, from the 405 freeway west to Mandeville Canyon. As you see this fire move, and Gil mentioned that the FOS check was laid along Mulholland.
Hi. Just be okay. You're gonna be okay. Hi. You're gonna be okay. Oh shit. Yeah, don't worry about that, dude. Look at that. Holy shit. Scary, huh? Yeah. God. The plastic is gone, dude. Yeah. Fuck. Look at. The one already? Yeah. Holy shit. So, where's the gas? Outside. Okay, the gas is off right now. No, don't open the window. Don't open. Don't open anything. Just stay over here. Fuck.
And back now to the West Coast, firefighters are working tirelessly to contain the 5 wildfires currently burning in the Los Angeles area. The fires have scorched 30,000 acres and destroyed thousands of structures, that's homes and businesses. As firefighters fight a tough battle against these flames, the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation is offering support to fire stations. And joining us now is Liz Lynn, the president of the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation. Thank you for being here with us. I know how trying of a time this must be. What is your top priority right now? What does the foundation need?
Right now we are just looking at financial contributions and shows of support. What's most important for us right now is just gaining the funds to get them to the emergency equipment needs that they have. And then beyond that, to other equipment to resupply hoses and things like that, and to take care of the bulldozers and all of that. So really the fundraising is going to go directly back into the fire department for all those types of equipments.
How has the initial response been from the community? I know so many folks, for obvious reasons, are in shock as all of this is played out.
Yeah, it's if you live in Los Angeles, there's not one person who doesn't know someone that's been affected by one of these fires. Usually it's one fire that's enormous and tragic for a fire season. We have never ever in our history seen the magnitude and the volume of these kind of fires. We are all in kind of a state of disbelief and shock. And we're now trying to unite and just keep it together and just help our first responders as much as we can.
Yeah,
they're now on their 4th day, and they need the energy and they need the love.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because fighting fire inherently, obviously, this is a very dangerous job. But the circumstances that we saw earlier this week, I know these teams are highly trained, but I'd have to imagine this is kind of worst case scenario, a nightmare scenario. How are the crews holding up?
They train for this. This is their lifeblood. We've got some adrenaline junkies out there as well. But they train for this, and I've come to expect it. And when I say train for this, they train how to put out structure fires, how to put out wildfires. The magnitude and scope and the behavior of these fires, I was there for a day and a half out there, and I could not believe how fast the wind was shifting, how fast the wind was coming down, how fast that fire was entering these communities and just rampaging them.
Yeah.
So it is, the fire behavior is nothing that any firefighter has seen. And that seems to be increasing. And so that's not what we're used to. We're used, but with that said, they're tackling it. They might be a little bit tired, but it's a marathon, not a sprint at this point.
And as we all know, just like every other time, some people take this for a joke. Yeah? Facts. This is actually kind of hilarious though, this video clip right here. Yeah.
Okay, I guess let's park along this street, yeah? And then, Dave, if you can, just ahead of us and try to set a signal.
Right here. This is where it's gotta be. This is, oh my God. What? I've never, look at this. Beyond comprehension.
What the fuck is wrong with all of you? Over the last 6 months, we have had multiple major disasters in this country, culminating in the current one where thousands, if not in the end, millions of people will end up losing everything they have to fires in California. And there has been one constant across every single one of these disasters: stupidity. We have people blaming Democrats for controlling the weather. We have others saying that the government is using FEMA to take our property. And even more recently, we have members of the GOP threatening to withhold aid from California, literally as a whole city, the largest city in the country, is burning down around them. Oh, and how can we forget conservative Christians that are saying that what's going on in Los Angeles is God's wrath on its people? So here's my question. What the fuck is wrong with all of you? Millions upon millions of people have lost everything they owned. Whether you're talking North Carolina or Tennessee or Georgia or South Carolina or Florida or California now. And that's just naming the major disasters that have happened in this country recently. And yet our Congress and our incoming president seem to care more about Greenland or the Panama Canal or taking away Medicaid from millions of Americans. Not to mention a slew of other idiotic things that they justify using their religious beliefs. The worst thing is the group of people that are acting the worst, that are doing a majority of the problems in this regard, are conservative Christians. I'm going to be honest. I don't give a rat's ass if you are a Christian and you are offended by that statement. You think you're one of the good ones? Great. But in the end, your feelings should be hurt by that statement. Not because I'm talking about Christians, but because Christians are the problem. Stop defending what has become a severely flawed religion in America and start doing something about it.
Yeah, man, more to come on the wildfires of Los Angeles right now, and the Palisades and all them things. They are abundant. Real life people, remember to subscribe and stay tuned for more. Hit the notification bell. Definitely leave your feedback and let me know what you think about these things, and stay tuned for more Reasoning with G. Terra saying, no schooling.
Nice.